line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
47 is the mic.
On third down, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Sammy!
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Ready? 5-9. We're 21.
Saints.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that... swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ryan now going to try to run the option left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Ready, good ready. Good ready. 44. What's the run? They're running it.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
56, check 56. I'm trying to collect. 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
21. Hey, Delta. Exit.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's go, baby. 39. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Orbit. I got you. 47's a Mike. 47's a Mike. All day. All day, every day. Any day. 40. Ready to go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You kill. 4 down.
On the ground, Kamara. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53. 12.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Easy, opposite. Hey, easy. Check mark 45. Hey, watch the slant. Hey.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Ryan now going to try to run the option left. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Gets through and now an opening. A big play there on the option. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Check 3.
61, matchbox lights.
21.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And some room to maneuver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey,
check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, check.
Hey,
They'll look to run with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They toss to Freeman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Exit. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Good. Right forward, ready.
They run it again with Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 25.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Whoa. You want this. Check 59, Mike tonight.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st.
Kill. Level. Hey, Haywood. Greystone, travel.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
They've been moving it well all game on the ground. Keeps them moving forward.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on. Hey, I
Shotgun now for Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Let's go! Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, South!
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down! Ready! You ready? Silver! Hey, express! 47's the mark, boy, 47. Check, 47. I got one. Wait! 47 Mike, Mike 47. Hey, Foxtrot.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now it's Ginn. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
You ready?
On 1st down, Murray. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Bravo!
From the 24, Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Murray fighting, lost the football. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB.
22! Mike's 47! Mike's 47! Rabbit, rabbit! Rabbit, rabbit!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He juked him, and he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I'm going to run you over.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Throw left side, complete. That's Hardy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check. 22.
Now it's Ryan. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check.
To throw again, Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Breeze now on 1st down. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. 5-1. Here we go.
Back to throw, Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run. This is Kamara. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Mike,
12.
watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Check. Check 59. Mike is 59.
To throw is Breeze. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Saints, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.